Cool. We live now. All right, let's see what's going on. This has happened in the last 5 minutes since I've been trying to get this all set up. Let's see. This 5 minute close below. Let's see if we too overextended or if it breaks this low, it should go down again. Uh, Not terrible. Not great though, considering the next support is only right here on the 5 minute time frame. Let's see what the 15 minute looks like. Going back to, yeah, not bad. 9:15 might be the play. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, we live
Y'all
now.
just we just
Antonio said he in the waiting room. I don't see him.
oh yeah. No, we just left the gym together. That's why I was like, damn, is they finished? I'm
Oh,
literally about to
nah.
hop in the shower right now, but I'm being to hear y'all. But I'm about to hop on the road
Okay.
in like 20 minutes. I'm going to Charlotte, driving to Charlotte.
Got you. Got you.
You live too on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm live now. So I'm gonna make sure it's looking how I think it should be looking.
For sure. All right, I'm about to go on mute until I get
All
off.
right, cool. Let's see how we working. You should be setting this up. Cool. All right. So let's see what we're looking at for 9:15, I would say. Because it's 9:08. Ain't nothing really happening right now. Aside from gold falling out the sky. So all this has happened. From last night, gold has sold off 700, 800. So the last thing you want to do is get in at the bottom. Yeah. Last thing you want to do is get in at the bottom unless it's a super clean range to the left side. And unfortunately, I gotta go today at 9:30, around 9:30. But I'm gonna see if we can catch anything before that. But I'm gonna just completely recreate my ranges based off of, let's see, the 1 hour. We got a candle to close below here as it did. You would anticipate the candles finding their ways into like these wicks here, kind of in this area. But we on the lower time frames, more of a mess, like right in there. So I would go ahead and move my support on down to look for a closure below this, still targeting these wicks. And that's not a small range either. That's still 80, 85 pips there. But as y'all know, I wouldn't even hold for that much 99 times out of 100. So I'll even go further to the 15-minute time frame to see where I can find a reasonable target if I did get a 15-minute closure below the range. And that would likely be like somewhere in here. which is more realistic for me. That's still 45, 50 to work with. But if we get a closure below this, which is still good on a 15-minute time frame, still looking to take it down for another 45 right there. So all we do is just look to trade zone to zone, zone to zone. On the grand scheme, you will look and say, okay, cool, candle close below the most recent support here, looking to target down into here. But as we know, there's a lot of play around these specific areas, especially when they get rejected out of. So all we got to do is wait on closures and we'll go from there. So this candle, this 5 minute candle just opened up less than a minute ago. No top wick and it's pushing down real heavy right here. But if this 15-minute candle can close below this support, next candle wicks up and breaks this previous low or breaks its own low, I do like to take it down to 3270.8. So we'll see. Let's see. Raymond the man.
I'm here, bro. I see you got it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just had a fire ass breakdown too. I hate you missed it. I didn't even see. I was just saying,
Well, you on
I
YouTube now, so after you watch.
exactly. You can go back and look at it. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I was saying on the grand scheme, you would say this 1 hour candle here closed below this 1 hour support here. So we're looking to target into this, right? But a lot of times there are play areas on the lower time frames that might stop us from getting there with just being a straight shot from here to here just because this is a clean candle. Well, I went to the 30-minute time frame and I was like, okay, what's holding us up? Okay, so this could hold us up right here. And then this will be my first target because we're coming down into these wicks right here, like in this wick area. But if these come down to these wicks and break past during the time of volume, our 930, how we love it, then I do anticipate price coming kind of into this somewhere between here as a final target. So I will see what this 915 candle looks like because this is the most recent support based off of the 915 candle. If this closes below this, anywhere in there, we don't have anything in the way until down here. Because I expect volume to take us on past those wicks that we have in the way down here. Because that means on the 5 minute time frame, those are just wick. I mean, those are just like, little supports. But we're not worried about the 5 minute when we got the 15 minute and the 1 hour on our side. And moreover, that will be the daily low breaking once again, as it continues to do. Every time it breaks past here, it keeps breaking daily lows. So I want this to leave a wick up to give us a realistic stop loss. And then I like a sell on the break of the daily low again if we close below these supports.
Hey, Jay,
Yo,
can you let in my Mac so I can get off my phone in the
I
waiting room?
can't hear you.
My MacBook in the waiting room. I'm trying to get off my phone.
Mm. All right, so let's see. Let's see if this prints out the way I think it should. If we can get a closure below. It's a pretty big stop. It's already moved 85 pips. So that's why I'm like, let me get a wick up to utilize as my technical stop loss. The low is 32.7.3, which would be the entry depending on if this wicks straight up or if it comes down a little bit, then makes this wick up. All right, let's see. Based off the 15 minute. All right. So that just wicked straight off of that support. It closed right below. I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a sell stop below there. Oh, It got me in. Let's see. So this is a bit of a riskier position just because of it didn't have much to the top side. So if it breaks this high, I'm likely just gonna get out just because I don't love how quickly it broke the low. I want it better than that. But if it breaks its low again, I do anticipate it pushing down pretty heavily. I went a little lighter risk, just a two. So let's see, 3266.7. Like I said, it's a little bit riskier just because it did close below, but it didn't give me my wick up like I like we always talk about, Raymond.
Yeah, what time frame you on right now?
This is a 15 minute.
Okay,
So if
gotcha.
this breaks this high, I'll just get back in on the when it breaks this high and comes back down.
Yep.
hmm But it's playing. It can wick up higher. So I'll see. Let's see. So with the volume, it should push, but you never know. So back in profits now. I'm anticipating it's having a pretty decent push down, but it just depends on if it wants to make its top wick before it pushes down. If it does, that's fine. No big deal either way. Let's see. More times than not, these candles do make top and bottom wicks. So let's see. I got my stops in place. No big deal if it hits it. Just can't try to revenge trade. So let's see. It's back in profits. I'm wondering if I should get out and reassess if it does make a top wick or if I should just hold it. Let's see. It's breaking its low again, but it just has to make that move. Let's see. Let's see. Up five here. You can see. Yeah. I'm just hoping that this thing goes ahead and does what it needs to do. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The technical stop really can go like back here, but it's just like I don't want to sit in the pullback if it does want to make a more of a drop or more of a pullback. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Yeah, like I seen max 7 right there. I'm just hoping that this next 5 minute candle don't get me out the paint. If I do stay in right here. See, now this thing about to pull back. Doom, 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 doom. If it breaks this low again, then I might go stops to break even just because like if it break it 3 times and didn't want to push, then it might not be ready just yet. I don't usually be sitting in these type of pull down, up, down, up, down, up. So let's see what it do. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. So this is 45 seconds away from closing on the 5 minute. If this 5 minute closes weak bearish, I do expect the high to break. And like I said, I'm not about to sit in that. But if it closes strong bearish, hopefully it just continues on down the way it should. So let's see. Cool. So getting back into profits slash small negative. Closing in 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. All right, 3 seconds. All right. So let's see how this wants to do now. I need this 5 minute candle to break this previous low. It's closed very strong. So if it takes me out the paint now, it just is what it is. All right. So up 10. Come on now. Push. Raymond, you in or you just watching?
No, I'm just watching.
Yeah. This
I
is
ain't.
crazy.
I'm on my phone.
This is crazy because this just broke this low again. Like I said, probably should have went break even, but I did like the 5 minute how it broke its low, so I was anticipating at least a push down. But with no top wick on this, with not much of a top wick on this 15, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes up to make a more of a top wick, and that's just kind of the risk I'm taking there. I mean, I saw 10 ish, but it is what it is. If it comes and gets me out, I feel like you. What'd you say? I saw a 1 to 1. Nah, it's all good. Because I had at least, I mean, I had 10, but this is about to come up, potentially stop me out to continue down, which is fine. Okay, so that got me out. So I'm down 220 on the day, which is fine. I mean, that's basically break even. So now I'm anticipating this making a higher top wick and potentially probably still rejecting out of here. And then at 9:30, I think that this is gonna go ahead and make the big move down. Yeah, because it's gonna respect this. I just can't sit in all this. Because here we go. It would have. I would have been back at B, but I ain't gonna chase it though. Not over a 20 pip stop. It ain't that big of a deal. Some hoe shit. So boom. Yeah. And then that's gonna break his low again. I'm not surprised. I just couldn't risk sitting in all that drawdown up there. So I'm probably about to go get dressed because I do gotta leave at 9:30 or around 9:40. But then I'll come back for 9:30 just to see if anything sets up for then. But the idea was right. Just didn't want to risk sitting in too much drawdown. I'll be right back.
All right, bet.
Raymond, you there? Let's see. I'm at-
Yep, I'm around.
I see that it went ahead and played out as anticipated.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is, like I said. So this 5 minute just broke this high, which was my entry candle high, and then it went ahead and made its move down. So
Yeah.
no big deal. It's funny, I actually forgot to not close out. I actually forgot to remove my take profit on my personal account, and it got me in that. And I came back and I said, "Oh," and I made a little money on it on accident. So can't be mad about that. But yeah, I mean, the entry was cool. It just I didn't want to sit in that drawdown if it was to come. So entered on the break here, flip down, was what it was. I still gotta leave in like 20 minutes max.
Yeah.
So let's see what the 30-minute looks like. 30 minutes should come down into here. And I sure had my take profit right there too. That's why it activated me in on that buy stop or on that buy limit. So I need this to pull back a little bit. Give me something decent. I needed a little more than this. Woulda, coulda, shoulda been a little more patient. It is what it is. Hopefully it can close below here on the 30-minute. Let's see. Because that next one zone would be like down here. Hmm. Yeah, we in a bit of a support type zone right now. It's a little tough. But I am anticipating 9:30 to do what it does. I just would really like a clear closure below. I don't want to force nothing, especially not on a Friday. I'd take a minus 220. That ain't, I mean, that I ain't got nothing on a plus 5,000 month. Okay, okay, okay. I'd have been real sick if I'd have came back to a loss on that buy that I got in. Real sick. Man, I'd have been so sad. I saw I was up. I was like plus 110. Oh, okay. Took that real quick.
Yeah, that boy is melting, huh?
It is, and it got me out by a little bit right up here. But like I said, it's a lesson learned because technically, as I even stated before getting in, the stop loss really was up here. I was just like,
Mhm.
I'm not about to sit in that because that'd have been like risking 1,600 for what?
Yeah.
When I lost 460. Like I'll take that any day over. That ain't nothing. Like that's a normal day. So analysis was there. Price hit my target. It is what it is. And then it's about to close right at support. Right here. Let's see. Yeah, bro.
And
This
that's a
did
day,
close.
and
Huh?
that's the daily low right there, right?
Yeah, bro. Oh, you talking about over the other one? Oh, yeah, this is the daily low.
Yeah.
I do anticipate, though, I will say, it breaking its own low and going right now just because of the volume time. But that price did close right. Let's see. Price closed. Did it close below? It did close below. It did. Let me see if I can catch a little sauce on this one. Break of the low after price broke the low and wicked up. That's a daily low again. using the current candle as the stop loss. I had to scroll in real hard, and I don't like having to do that. Like I like it to be clear as night and day. But
Yeah.
one is a time of volume. So that's right here. Close below. Targeting this next wick using the current high as a technical stop. But if it doesn't get me in like on this first candle, then nah, because it's already pushing up crazy. But the real play was the one in which I took up here. It just didn't give much of a top wick. So we'll see. Because that definitely closed below that. But if I don't leave here by 9:40, my girl gonna scream. So it ain't that deep. It's not that deep. Let's see how far this is away because we got to be there at 10:15. So the money, man, it's fine. Coming. Ooh, 38 minutes right now. That means if we don't leave in 6 minutes, we're gonna be late.
What y'all got
Oh
up?
yeah.
What y'all got up?
She got some facial stuff she gotta do.
Yeah.
And then she said I gotta do it too. I said, okay. Because we get married.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on the way back in, I got a closing today at 10, so I'll probably go grab that. Because my clients are out of town,
Oh, okay.
so they won't be there.
Yeah, this boy going up.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, eh. My lady said we need to leave in 5. She just texted me. I'll catch y'all boys next week.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
bro. Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
see
bro.
you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, bro. Yeah, no problem. Cancel that. Cancel my other position. I'm gone. See y'all.
All right.